Broadcasting from Cincinnati, you're listening to the Ringside Reporter podcast. All the news from the world of boxing right here.
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you.
Now, here's your host, Eric Lorda.
And we are live. Welcome to the Ringside Reporter Show, where we talk about the latest boxing news. If it's related to boxing, we'll talk about it here. My name is Eric Lorta, and I'm here with my co-host, Joe Habib. We got a great show for you today, and if you want to call in, 570-530-8316. Let's get started. ESPN, end of an era for Top Rank. The final broadcast for Top Rank on ESPN, man. So they've had a pretty good run, but hey, just like all good things, it's coming to an end. Xander Zayas versus Jorge Garcia for the vacant WBO junior middleweight title. Zayas wins a unanimous decision over Garcia, 116-112, 118-110, and 119-109. Zayas is now the youngest active champion at the age of 22. So, Beeb, what are your thoughts on that? He's the youngest champion. He kind of, I'll be honest with you, he kind of looked a little bit like it last night too. There wasn't a lot of, there wasn't, I think you said it best before the show, and I'll let you go ahead and this was a setup fight for him.
Yeah, if a better script is written, I don't know. I don't know where you can find it, because this was basically a perfectly
silver platter. Here's a silver platter. Here's you.
This was beautifully mapped out. Again, I like Zayas.
Yeah,
I like him. I like Xandez. I like him a lot. He's a good kid. He could definitely fight. There's no question about it. But as I always say, when I watch guys in there with somebody, I don't just watch them in there with the guy who they're fighting. I imagine what it would be like if somebody like a Terence Crawford, somebody like a Bakram Murtazuliev, someone like Virgil Ortiz, Sebastian Fondora. And again, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be harsh. This is a show where we give our opinions. No personal feelings here, right? This is just based off of opinion. And I already told you, personally, I like the kid. He definitely is a solid fighter. He does things right. He's a technically sound fighter. He doesn't get reckless in there when he puts his shots together well. Textbook works off the jab. But again, you said this about Shakur Stevenson, and you said, as talented as he is, one thing you saw when he was in there with Zepeda was walking through the shots, right? And the difference here with making this comparison, when I go back to Stevenson is exceptionally quick. He's got, I don't know if there's a guy who has quicker feet. I don't know if there's a guy who has better reflexes than this guy, but Zayas doesn't have those feet like Shakur does, doesn't have those superior reflexes like Shakur does. What he does have is he's solid. He's a textbook type fighter. He knows how to fight. But knowing how to fight can only get you so far, as crazy as that may sound, because there's going to be a time when just knowing how to fight is not going to be enough. When you got a guy like Sebastian Fondora, who walks through shots against big punchers, like Lubin, like Tim Tszyu, right? These guys really hammered him, and he would just go like this and come back. I'm seeing this guy last night, Perez, walk through Xander Zayas' shots. He could not. It's one thing. Not everyone can be a one-punch knockout artist. We've said that before, right? Not everyone can knock everybody out.
That's fair.
But you have to be able to get your opponent's attention. You have to be able to stop that avalanche that's rolling downhill, right? You have to be able to stop that. When the pressure is rolling downhill, you have to be able to at least hit hard enough to pause that. And when you see a guy who's landing as clean as Zayas is, you're seeing a guy who's putting shots together, right? And Perez is probably a top 15 guy if you want to really look at it. I wouldn't consider him top 10. He's like a top 15, top 12, right? But when you got a guy like Fundora who was taking monstrous shots from Tim Tszyu, monstrous shots from Erickson Lubin, and those guys can pop a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And he's able to come back, and this guy gets stronger as the fight goes on. So I'm just envisioning him against Fundora. And if he can't stop this guy in his tracks, if he can't even like buzz this guy enough to where this guy's like jolted in any way, this guy's like coming, walking through. He's giving him a rough and tumble fight on the inside. He's having a hard time dealing with him physically. Now, again, because he was quicker, because he was that much more talented, right? But the other Perez, was down here and he's here. But the fact that Perez was able to do what he did with that skill gap, and I have to attribute that to, there's really no explosiveness to this guy, Xander Zayas' punches. And I said to myself, and I said this all along, when I look at a guy like Fundora, he's got flaws, but he has fight-changing power. Like I've seen him like knock guys down. I've seen him really hurt, knock guys out. And I've seen him be able to take shots himself. And I see him just coming, the pressure and the volume and just the conditioning that this guy has, along with the size. That's something to be reckoned with, right? You look at a guy like Virgil Ortiz, phenomenal inside fighter, huge puncher, went on that big knockout streak. He can get behind. He can get behind in a fight, but he can dig down deep and turn it around like he did against, Madrimov. Madrimov got off to a good start, but what did he do? He got in his chest, ripped to the body, changed things up. I just don't see Zayas having the physical strength, power, or explosiveness, and I don't think he's got decent athletic ability. He's got decent speed, but these other guys can crack harder than him. They're just more physically imposing, physically stronger. They're more explosive than him. I cannot envision him beating a Fundora, beating a Murtazuliev. I can't see him, beating those guys. I can't see him beating a Virgil Ortiz. I can't see him beating a Madrimov. I can't see him beating a Sergey Bohachuk. And I know that sounds harsh.
I can't see him beating any of those guys.
I can't see it.
Can't.
So again, I'm not being disrespectful, but just being technically sound and knowing how to fight does not make you great. It's not enough. Now, he's very good. I just don't think he's great. And again, he won the vacant title. All the power to him. Great. Youngest champion of boxing. Great. But what do I always say? Context is key. I mean, you won a vacant title against Perez, who's arguably a top 15, 20 guy. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not trying to piss in this guy's Cheerios. I'm not trying to be mean, right? But I just don't see him beating those guys. And Crawford still has a WBA title. Who knows what he's going to do after Canelo? He'll probably retire. But what if he drops back down to 154? He ain't beating Crawford.
No.
So he's not beating he's not beating the top guys at 154. And then Boots is going up.
Ennis is going up. Boots Ennis is going up. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, Boots Ennis is already coming up.
And credit to Zayas. He said all the right things after this fight. I want Murtazuliev. This guy looking for an opponent. I want him. I'll fight Virgil Ortiz. I'll fight Fundora. He called the names out, but guess what? His management team is not going to allow him to go anywhere near any of those guys. I can guarantee you that.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the rankings here. We got Murtazuliev, Crawford. You have Yoenis Tellez as the interim. Fundora with Virgil Ortiz as the interim, and then Xander Zayas. You look around here, I don't see him. I'm gonna
go down this list. I got it open on BoxRec, right?
Awesome. Yep.
Terrence Crawford, no. Virgil Ortiz, no. Murtazuliev, no. And ironically enough, they got Zayas at number 4 at BoxRec, but that's like a point system. That's fine. Do it.
BoxRec,
all the power to you. It's Sebastian Fundora, no. Israel Madrimov, no. Erickson Lubin, I don't know. No,
that's a tough one. It's a tough one. It's not easy.
I'm going to say
I think he should beat Lubin.
but Lubin can pop a little bit. So, yeah, that's a tough one. He's a southpaw.
Blue Tang just asks, is Zayas more beatable than a champion than Barrios? Absolutely not. No, Barrios.
No, he's not Barrios. We're not going.
Barrios should have lost that fight last week.
We're not going to do that.
We don't even listen. No. He's listen, much better than Barrios, no question.
All right. So Keith, then they got Keith Thurman. Yeah, he probably. Keith Thurman can box. I mean, that's Keith Thurman and him, 50-50. Erickson Lubin, 60-40 Lubin.
Come on, guys. Canelo did not lose that fight to Skull. Come on.
Bohachuk, no. Jesus Ramos. I would pick Ramos. So, there's like 10 guys.
Keith Thurman. What about Keith Thurman? I think he beats Keith Thurman.
Yeah, well, I'll have to favor him against Keith Thurman. This version of Keith Thurman, yeah. I think he
smashes Keith Thurman.
Yeah, he'll probably.
And if he was smart, I'll tell you what, if he was smart, that's the fight they would target.
Yeah.
Because he needs a good fighter, and Keith Thurman is definitely a good fighter, but he's definitely past the expiration date on him. You know what I mean? I think that's a good high-level fight for him. It'll give him the exposure he needs. I think that's a good fight for him. Now, whether they take it, I don't know.
I don't think he beats Lubin. But
it's tough. Lubin is no pushover, man. I think I don't know. It's a good fight. It's a very good fight.
I thought Ramos edged out the fight against Lubin, but again, it is what it is. You know,
I would Madrimov. I think he just gets absolutely run over by them guys.
These guys can punch, man. These guys.
Let me tell you who the fight. If they were smart, they'd line up is that Virgil Ortiz fight. That Virgil Ortiz fight. You got the Mexican, you got the Puerto Rican in there, the nationalism and everything. That's a fight, and I think that's a fight that Riyadh season would make.
Yeah. I mean, the Ramos fight's probably. I mean, that's a tough one too because Ramos is a good fighter, man.
Yeah.
Ramos is another good. He's a tough fighter. So we'll see.
But now he's in with the Sharks. And listen, at the end of the day, all you need is a place at the table. Anything can happen. Once you get to the table, anything can happen.
Look, you're a world champion. I'm not going to no one can take that away from you. You're a world champion.
Sounds like you're taking it away from him, dude. Sounds like you're telling me that the guy isn't all he's cracked up to be. He's got a title. He's a world champ. You cold-blooded boy.
Okay.
Eric Gomez said it. I think you said it perfectly. Is that Xander underwhelmed? I think that was it.
I've been saying this for a while. Like
the table was set for him, man. This the silver platter is right here, man. And we give it to you, and you lay a big egg. That's not, I mean,
you won 11 of the 12 rounds, but but it's just nothing. When I watch this guy, nothing is like wow. You know what I mean? There's no wow factor with him, and I've been saying that.
Well, and you remember when Anthony Joshua won the title, the heavyweight championship, and they were like, and then all of a sudden now he's going to fight top guys. And now I think hopefully it's like that for Xander Zayas. Now he's going to fight top guys.
He wants to fight top guys, but I'm curious to see what the management team is going to say now.
100%. Yeah, I think you are disrespectful to fighters, babe. You call them quitters. You did that. You tried to put it on my boy Daniel Dubois last week.
I never called them quitters.
You're a jerk.
I've never called them quitters.
Complete jerk.
I've already filed defamation lawsuits against everyone in this chat that has said that I called them quitters. I have tape. I have video.
Tape.
I have everything. I talked to the legal team. I will not stand for the defamation any longer. Anyone who's in the chat says it again, you're going to be slapped, and you're going to get an order from my attorneys.
That's right. Beeb's attorneys, baby.
I would never say that about Dubois.
We have a very good legal department at our office. Very good. Beeb Enterprises. All right. Bruce Shu Shu Carrington versus Matthias Heita. Carrington wins a unanimous decision, 119-109 twice, and then 120-108. I'll tell you what, you want to talk about underwhelming, man. This was, and I'm a big fan of Shu Shu Carrington, but geez, this was, the drizzling, you know what? That was it. Any comments on this fight? Because I have zero.
Yeah, this is another one of those just going through the motions.
Yeah, I agree. The one bright spot on this card, Emiliano Vargas.
Yes.
Versus Alexander Espinosa. Vargas knocked out Espinosa 40 seconds?
Yeah.
Vargas is looking better and better, man. He looks like the real deal. I think he's 15-0 now. How does the 140-pound division look for him, man?
You know, a lot of those guys. Like
you got Gary Antoine Russell. You got Subriel Matias, Teofimo, Richard Hitchens. You know, as I look at this, I give him a shot against any of those dudes. But I do think that he needs more seasoning, though. I do. But see, I'd like to see him get that 20. I'd like to see him in that 20 range, or 17 or maybe 18 range.
But here's the thing, Eric. And again, you know, still a lot of questions to be answered, right? But what are we seeing from him? There's that dynamic attribute, right?
Yep.
You know,
he's got that power.
He's got that power. So whenever you can do that to people, you know, and you can sit there and say, oh, yeah, well, look what we did it again. That's fine. That's fine. But he's done it a lot. And, you know, Zayas hasn't. I'm not saying you have to do that, but one thing this young man has is he's got some explosive power. And that goes a long way.
It does. It really does.
I'm not saying he's going to, you know, we a lot of, again, I'm not, you know, hyping him up too early here. I still have to see some more from him, obviously, but at least he's showing that he has something special, right?
I would go along.
Which is that explosive power. He can punch.
Yeah. Boxing says that Vargas fight looks suspect to me. What part of it looks suspect? First of all, it was only 40 seconds long. Second off, he got hit big shots.
I don't know.
You know, I didn't see anything.
If somebody can if someone can do that, acting like that and have their heads snap back and do all of that, I don't know.
That's a tough gig, man.
Yeah, I don't know. If they're
sitting there waiting to get hit, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're gonna. You know, that punch looked like it landed pretty flush to me.
Fluke Duke says, "Did you notice how many times Xander Zayas clinched last night?"
Because he doesn't like it. He doesn't like a physical fight on the inside.
No,
I don't know. Nothing I saw last night gave me any indication that he beats Fondora. Right? They dodged the bullet. They dodged the bullet with Fondora. I think Fondora would have knocked him out. I'm sorry. My opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think he beats Radazuliev. I don't think he beats Virgil Ortiz. I don't think he beats
No, I don't think he beats any of those guys.
I just think that there's a lot of guys he can't beat. That's just my opinion. Again,
he is a solid boxer though.
Yeah, he can fight.
That. So don't discount that, you know.
Yeah, he can fight. But again, you know, is that going to be enough against these other guys who bring more than just, you know, technical abilities?
No, I think Conor Benn sleeps him. Conor Benn, Xander Zayas.
I would pick Conor Benn over him, yeah.
Yeah, I would take Conor Benn also. Beats him. Yeah, I agree with that. Big Texan, thank you so much. He said, "Hey, Beeb, looking mighty handsome." He said mighty handsome too. It wasn't even like.
Got it. Let's get that down. Pull that right down.
I think that might be my favorite part of the show. You're like, just get it down. Just get it down.
Yeah, that Conor Benn fight is interesting. I mean, Conor Benn, again, he's I don't know. That's a tough one. I would call that a pick 'em at 154, to be honest.
Yeah, I would favor Fondora over him as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys I would favor over him.
Yeah, I would too, for sure. And there you go. And that was, Top Rank on ESPN. Where do they go now? There hasn't been any talk of where they're going.
He's been dropping hints in interviews.
You think he goes to DAZN?
At some point, his fighters will end up on DAZN. Will he have an exclusive contract with DAZN? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't know. DAZN's getting an awful lot of run here lately. They're getting a lot of boxing and everything, but
Sean Zattel was asking him questions about it. He was trying to get him to drop some hints of where he was going to go. And what he did say was rather interesting. He says we're gonna look to go to platforms that currently do not have boxing on them. So I'm starting to think, and he said because people that already had boxing on them got rid of boxing for a reason. So why go back there? That was his reasoning.
Who said this?
Bob Arum said that to Sean Zattel. Sean Zattel asked him, like, he was trying to dig for, try to get some hints out of him where he's going to go. And, so he said he's talking to platforms that currently don't have boxing on them. So I'm speculating maybe Peacock. Maybe Peacock, because they did do they did have some fights with boxing.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, with
Ben Shalom and Boxer. Yeah, they did those. HBO Max, I don't know. I've been hearing rumors that they
I've been hearing rumors too. Yeah, but like I think
that's not HBO. That's HBO Max. That's a little different. So
well, and Peacock has a pretty big reach. NBC, that's a pretty big.
Peacock has more global subscribers than DAZN. It has like
absolutely.
Yeah, it has like
of course
41 million subscribers globally, I think, and DAZN only has 20.
Yeah.
So Peacock has WWE on it. And
what about Netflix?
He said Netflix is not gonna, like, Netflix is gonna just do novelty fights. They're gonna do like maybe 1 or 2 fights a year. He said if he had a big fight, sure, he would be open to having Netflix, purchase the rights fees to it. So
but not on the
not on regular. I'm gonna make a prediction. I think they're gonna do something with Peacock. I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Peacock, because Peacock does have they have a global reach. They have much bigger. Yeah. They do WWE. All those pay-per-views, like those SummerSlams and WrestleManias, they're on Peacock with a subscription. There is no pay-per-view on Peacock. Yeah. And Bob was saying he doesn't like pay-per-view. He wants to get away from pay-per-view. So if Peacock, like you said, NBC behind them, they have the money to put up a substantial amount of rights fees. They can work out a deal. They can give them a good budget, I think.
Yeah. I tell you what, man, UFC is man, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. They're huge. They've just taken over. I mean, I think they've surpassed. You think they've surpassed boxing?
The thing is,
me too. I think so.
As a company, you have to look at it this way, because boxing itself, with all of the promotional companies combined, it's not a fair comparison. But
I get that.
So if you were to compare UFC as a company, beats every boxing company. If that's what you're asking me. Yeah. I mean, they're owned by TKO, which is a publicly traded company.
Right.
So I mean, they got a lot of cash behind them.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's fair.
It is kind of a no, I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I'm just thinking as a sporting event, I feel
in America, UFC has surpassed
no
boxing.
Question, right? No question.
And again, this is, people don't like.
I hate saying that. I hate saying that because I love boxing. But
I'm a diehard boxing fan. I'm a casual MMA fan.
Yeah.
Right. I love boxing, but we tell the fucking truth on this channel. So cathartic to be able to just talk to people when you don't have like anyone on your back. We're not owned by anybody. We can say and do what we want.
That's right.
It's fucking great.
We do whatever we want here.
Fucking love being able to be who I am, waking up every day, brushing my teeth and looking in that mirror and saying, you know what? It's good being you.
Big Texas likes that attitude, Beeb. I'll tell you that right now.
Let's get him down.
All right, let's talk about DAZN. We had 2 broads fighting for the title here. We got Tony Harrison versus Edward Diaz. Harrison wins by unanimous decision over Diaz, 96-93, 98-91, and 97-92. Harrison had not fought in 2.5 years. He was knocked down in the 9th round of this fight. I think he was at middleweight for this fight. Am I correct? He was at middleweight.
Yep.
I know he won the fight, but there's definitely, he's definitely on the latter side of his career. We'll put it that way.
We're not going to get all excited about this victory. And again, we don't fault anyone for going out there trying to make a living.
No.
We just don't want you to get hurt. And he was in there with someone that probably was low risk.
Right.
Got knocked down in the 9th round. But again, he won every other round besides that round he got knocked down. And so if he's going to match himself up against opponents like this, and he wants to make a little money,
yeah, I don't have too much
wants
problem
to make a little bit of money and keep himself busy. He's only 34 years old, so again, just as long as there's no delusions of grandeur, because once again, we can go down the list. He's not beating Fondora. He's not beating Lubin. He's not beating
any of them dudes.
He's not beating Bohachuk. He's not beating Madrimov. He's not beating Murtazuliev. So we got to just be realistic about it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And Logan Little, I agree with you. His chin is shot. Absolutely. And Harrison's always been somewhat chinny. Kadali Bodiang says that, he's been chinny. I agree. He's always been,
has not been the most durable guy in the world. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he has, he can get one down.
160 though.
And I will say, and a lot of people don't agree with me on this one, I do think he edged out the first Charlo fight. Everyone said that was a robbery. I
think I had Charlo in that fight. I think I had Charlo.
Oh, that's
in that
correct.
Fight.
Yeah, that's correct. Nacho said, "Beeb, isn't he? Yeah, he's. I don't know. He probably will be a full-fledged middleweight. I think this was his first fight at middleweight. I don't know if he's going to stay at middleweight. But okay, we'll go down the list. Go down the list of middleweights. He's not
beating them guys either.
Yeah, he's not going to beat Janabek. He's not beating
Arislande. He's not beating him.
He's not beating Adames. He's not beating any of those guys. So
he's not beating Eubank Jr.
Thank you, Nacho. We'll pivot to that division. Yeah, he's not beating those guys either. You're right. You're right, Nacho.
Yeah, he ain't beating none of them guys either. So what are you gonna do? All right, the main event for DAZN was Claressa Shields versus Laney Daniels. Shields fought for 20 minutes, claimed she's the greatest, and beat someone named Laney Daniels. Scores were 100-99, 99-91 twice. Beep. What is this? What is this? I'd rather watch sideshows than this. What is this? What are we doing here?
This was not
no knockdowns in that 2-minute rounds. No knockdowns. No knockouts. Zero.
Yeah.
Who cares?
It's very.
I agree. Who cares?
Yeah, it was very uneventful. I don't like her at 175 either. I mean, again, I don't know what she's getting paid. It's not my business to know what she's getting paid. She made it a point to say that her contract with Dimitri Salita Promotions was up. That was her last fight.
Let's all run. Let's all run to get her signed. I don't
know if that was a hint for people that here I am. If you want me, I'm here. I'm open. I'm a free agent.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Yeah. I don't know.
The greatest woman on the planet right here.
Yeah. I don't know of any person who's pushing women's boxing.
No.
Look, if they're really focusing on the heavyweight division.
And that title is so stupid, the GWOAT. That is so stupid. Come on.
And the fact that
call yourself the GOAT. I mean, look, you know what? Just call yourself the GOAT. What is she, a 3-time gold medalist? 2 or 3-time gold medalist?
2-time gold medalist. 2-time gold medalist.
Right?
Yeah.
You're undefeated. You're wiping out everybody. Call yourself the greatest of all time, man. Who cares if you're the greatest woman of all time? Doesn't mean nothing. Greatest of all time. That's how you carry yourself, period.
Yeah.
Not the greatest woman of all time, because then you're segregating yourself to the small population. Say you're the greatest of all time. No one's ever seen anything like you,
I'm curious to see if Jake Paul wants to sign her. That's I'll be honest with you.
I'd rather see Jake Paul fight her.
She would have to go down to 168 again, I think.
Good luck with that. How much did she weigh for this?
She's 170, 273 pounds. Yeah,
273, you said?
No, 173.
173.
I said 173. Yeah, so 273. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to envision that on a 5'8" frame. Wow. That would not be pretty. I want to talk clinically obese. I don't know. That would be, we'd have to reinvent the word for that. But
so check this out, though. This is what kills me about this. So Shields has been calling out Leila Ali for the past month or whatever. How old is Leila Ali? How old? Let me look it up.
Probably in her mid-40s, I think.
She's 47, dude.
Yeah.
She's 47.
The fact that you would call someone up that's 47 is
47.
It's not good.
How old is Shields?
She's what? 31-ish.
She's 30.
She's 30.
You
Okay.
call out somebody 17 years older than you.
Yeah, that's
stop it.
That's not good.
Stop it.
That's not good.
And when was the last time Ali fought? Like 20 years ago?
Yeah. And you know what's funny? Ali's been posting pictures of herself like working out and stuff. She looks in great shape.
She does, but I mean, she is in good shape. Don't get me wrong.
She looks good, man.
She can get up there and she can still dance on the
pole
and stuff like that.
I have to give
you
her
know what I'm
credit.
saying?
She's a very attractive woman.
I'd throw a few dollars her way. You know, why not?
Easy.
You know?
Please.
I didn't mean it like that. There's no reason, you know, I don't want to get canceled. I'm just saying. You know, if she was at the bar dancing on tables, I'd throw some dollars her way. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa, please.
That's all I'm saying.
That's the daughter of the greatest. You can't say that.
Did you know his grandson is Nico Ali Walsh?
I did, actually.
Listen, man, 47.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. And does anybody, I mean, but realistically though, anybody want to see this fight?
No. But
anybody want to see this fight?
But
what do you want to see? What do you want to see? Larry Holmes, Muhammad Ali all over again? What are you looking at? That's what it's going to be.
But guess what? I could see them throwing it on Netflix, and I could see millions of people watching it because Leila Ali, the name. Yeah. Leila Ali is a great personality. She's a very, very likable person. She's just a good person. So, she's just very she just gives you good vibes when you hear her talk and the way she carries herself. I'm just being honest.
She's very confident. She's like Ali was, very like almost overconfident, you know.
But she's not like, I don't know. It's just she's not. Thing about her and Ali, her and her father were they were confident, and you could argue cocky, whatever. But it was tasteful. You know what I mean? Like you liked it. Like you could just. It just came off like that. It wasn't
playful.
Forced.
It came off playful.
Playful. It wasn't forced. It wasn't mean. You know what I mean? It was just funny. You know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but I don't like it, man. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you would be calling out someone that's been retired for 18 years, it's just sick.
There's nothing for her. There's nothing for her. And her terms with Salida ended. So what? What do you think? People are kicking down the door to get you signed?
And let me say another thing. And again, to each his own. I'm not a boxer. I'm not a manager. I'm not a promoter. But is it really the right place after a fight to talk about your business, to air your promoter? Oh, this is my last fight. Like, does that need to be said? I just think it's classless. It's just my opinion.
I don't think anybody cared. I mean, who? You know what I'm saying?
Why
like,
would
who
you
cares?
Announce that this
anybody
is my last
interested?
fight?
Listen, anybody interested would have already known that, right? Am I right? Anybody who was going to sign her would have already known that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. If you're in the business, you know what's going on. You kind of ask around. That's fine. That's you could be right there. But the fact of the matter is, it's disrespectful to your promoter to do that. Like, at least talk to him behind closed doors and just say, "Hey, this is what's going on." You know, I'm going to be shopping around.
Well, rumor has it that they did. Leila Ali said it would take like $5 to $10 million, something to get her out of retirement. They offered her the money.
She may do it.
The money.
This fight may happen. This fight may happen.
I think this fight may happen. Do I feel bad for Salida's promotions? No.
And I'll tell you one thing. This is going to sound crazy. Shields definitely would be favored. But the bright spot for Ali is she's saying to herself, this girl's not a huge puncher. Worse, like I could get in there and not get hurt, in other words. Again, it's 40.
That's like
Leila Ali is 46. So Leila Ali.
Okay, wait. It's like saying Paulie Malignaggi. It's like, saying Paulie Malignaggi is not a big puncher. That was 20, and you know what I'm saying? Like you're our age and fighting Paulie Malignaggi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if he's a big puncher at that point. You've been out of the game for so long. You have no idea.
Yeah, you haven't been punched by anybody. Yeah.
And let's face it.
I get it.
Right.
I'm looking for bright spots here. I'm looking for bright spots.
You know, and who's her biggest opponent? Her biggest opponent, she lost the Joe Frazier fight. I thought she lost to Joe Frazier's daughter. I thought she lost to her.
She got the decision in that one, but
but I thought she lost to her.
Yeah, she probably, but that was a close fight, yeah.
So what's her other big fight? Christy Martin.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. She was like what? How much bigger than Chrissy Martin was she?
Yeah, that was.
You know what I'm saying? That was a mismatch, son.
That was a crazy fight.
Come on. Let's bring Robert on here so he can talk some sense into you. Or maybe not. There we go.
Hello.
Robert.
Hello, everybody.
Live.
Hello, everybody. This is the weekend of fighters that I frankly don't really care for. Never been impressed by, in other words. I've never been impressed by Xander Zayas.
Wow.
I think Bieb and you have hit it on the head. I've never really been impressed with Shu Carrington and Clarissa. And
Shu Shu.
Clarissa Shield. Oh my God, that's a waste of time as far as I'm concerned. But look, you guys hit the nail on the head. Diaz is not going to be competitive against most of the guys that you mentioned on that list. Yeah, he's going to have to fight them, but he's not going to hang on to that title very long. I guarantee you. Everybody that Joe mentioned on that list would pretty much take him apart. He's not ready for prime time. He got gifted this title, and he's not going to have it very long. And the same with Shu Shu. They've been hyping him like he's the next thing to slice bread, but he's beating the guys he's supposed to beat. But if he ever steps up his competition, I don't know if he's capable of winning that kind of fight. I really don't. He called out Espinosa after the fight. Rafael Espinosa would make him look silly. With him being 6'1", he would totally dominate that fight. And those two guys, Top Rank putting their money behind them. I think they pretty much. Diaz may have reached the ceiling, and Shu Shu may not be too far behind now. Eric, I get the sense you might disagree with that a bit.
Yeah, I think Shu Shu Carrington had a bad night out. And not a bad night in the sense that he won just about every round. It just wasn't exciting. You know what I mean? It was kind of a snooze fest, if you want to be honest.
I think there's more upside to Carrington than there is
for sure.
Zayas, I believe.
Okay. How far do you think Carrington could go at 126?
I don't know, but I'm willing to watch him. I
I
think
he has a better shot at beating champions in that division than Diaz does at one. I think 154 is turning into. I would argue, and this
154 might be the best division out there right now.
That turned into the best division. Now that you had Virgil Ortiz move up, now you have Boots Ennis moving up.
Yep.
You had Crawford in that division. Crawford technically is still in that division. You have Fondora, who's regardless of win, lose, or draw, that guy's phenomenal to watch. Right?
Exactly.
You got Bohachuk, you got Madrimov. That's a monster division. Monster division.
Yes, it is. Well, I just see with Carrington, I just see him getting in there with a guy like Espinosa and not being able to handle the size difference.
That's a tough one, Robbie. That's going to be a tough night out at the office for him. That's not an easy fight. I would favor Espinosa. Don't get me wrong.
Robert, did you watch the Claressa Shields fight?
Fuck no.
Robbie, you watched it. It was free on DAZN. You know, Mrs. Herrick made you turn it on because she loves the female fights. You know that you watched it. Let's not.
Joe, that was a pay-per-view. I wasn't going to pay for that.
Pay-per-view. It was free. You're wrong. It wasn't a pay-per-view.
Was it a pay-per-view?
Yes,
that was the pay-per-view.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Go look on.
I'm going to look on DAZN. I'm going to look on DAZN right now, and I'm going to look on DAZN.
It was a pay-per-view.
That's it.
It was a pay-per-view.
I'm going to look on there right now, and if you're wrong, you are going to get roasted. And if I'm wrong, feel free to unleash your fury.
If you're wrong, nobody will ever know, Beeb.
Yeah. If I'm wrong, just chalk it up.
What do you think? What do you think about Clarissa calling out Leila Ali?
Well, I think the whole thing is ridiculous, but I do think it will happen. And you're talking about Clarissa saying, "Okay, my contract's up with Salida." Well, we have a champion in the 140-pound division that did the same thing. After Richards and Hitchens won his last fight, the first thing he said in the post-fight interview, "Okay, I'm done with Matchroom. Who's next?" You know,
Eric Gomes says that DAZN, it was on DAZN last night for free.
Robbie, you're lying again.
Okay,
I'm looking at it right now.
No.
It's free. It's free. You lied again. You fountain of misinformation. Oh, this kid's making me. Oh. I knew it was free.
All right, real quick before we get you out of here, Robert. Hulk Hogan passed away this week. How shocked were you?
Oh, I was shocked because he's one of the guys I grew up with watching wrestling. That was a complete shock.
Yeah.
I knew he'd been having health problems the last few years, but I didn't think it was as bad as it was. But he will definitely be missed, man.
Crazy, man.
What about Ozzy Osbourne? What about Ozzy Osbourne?
Yeah, what about Ozzy Osbourne?
All aboard!
I love the crazy train, man.
I am a real American.
No, those of us who grew up with people like Ozzy and Hulk, it was a difficult week. Man.
I saw Ozzy live. He's a great entertainer, man.
Did you really?
I did. I saw him with the Bloodbath of Paradise tour. I love that.
Nice.
Can you hear them?
He's a good singer, man. He's got a good voice. All right, Robert, we're going to get running here. We'll put you back in the queue.
Lied again, didn't he? Always says something false.
He lied.
Get him out of here. He lied again.
He'll be texting us a minute. I wasn't lying, Beeb.
Stop giving this guy
Yeah, I couldn't believe Hulk Hogan passed away, man. That's crazy. Him and Ozzy both, man. That's nuts. And then your boy from the Cosby Show, Malcolm Jamal Warner.
What a freak way to die.
Wow. They said he got caught in a riptide or something like that.
Whenever I hear stuff like people drowning and stuff like that, it's just sad, bro. It's just sad.
Dwight Muhammad Kwawi died?
Oh, did he pass away too?
I thought he died a little bit ago.
That
was Matthew Saad Muhammad? No, it was Dwight Kwawi.
Yeah, his name was Dwight Braxton. He changed his name.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He's 72. No, he didn't. No, I'm not seeing that he died.
Let me see. Listen, we got to start vetting these people. Robbie, people are just saying whatever they want now.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did. The Camden Buzzsaw. Yeah. When did he?
Sorry about that. Sorry about that in the chat.
28 minutes ago. This was on Instagram.
He just passed. Ago. Okay. Sorry about that in the chat. We apologize.
Wow.
Yeah, it's on Instagram.
Yeah, that's what
it just happened.
Boxing Worldwide 1 is reporting it. Dwight Muhammad Kwawi passes away at 72. Man.
Yeah, sorry, guys in the chat. I mean,
I'm not sorry. Yeah, Matthew Saad Muhammad is still alive, I think. Yeah, that's crazy.
Hogan was 71. He was 72.
What is going on?
Ozzy was 76.
70 something. Yeah.
Right in these
like
70
everybody, and once you hit that 70s range, man, you checking out.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Man, we're on deck, Beeb. Tell you that.
56. At least I got 20. Maybe I got at least 20
years. Got about 20 years. Jeez. Can't believe that,
texts me all the time. Ask me if I can put him in the will. I don't know yet.
All right. 8:05. You're live. Is
that Notch?
I think it might be.
Yeah, Beeb, what's up? Hey,
tired of delayed reaction. When we go to you, I want you to just jump right in, please.
Sure, Beeb. Just really quick, you guys were talking about the Clarissa Shield supposed fight or whatever. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw, she made some sort of like ridiculous video where she claimed she had gotten somebody to give her $15 million to pay Leila Ali.
That's what she said.
To get out of retirement.
That's the rumor. So I don't know.
Well, yesterday there was somebody on a podcast saying that there was another video that someone put out that basically said that whole thing was a bunch of BS, that Shields doesn't have that kind of money to pay Ali.
I don't know.
So that it was like a total promotional
I don't know where
stunt
she
that
would
she
get.
pulled.
I don't know where she would get that kind of money to pay Leila Ali.
Can I say something?
Because I don't know if the
crazy?
fight is that much in demand to offer her that much money.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I don't know if she can just like they could just give Leila Ali like I could see like somebody paying 15 million total for the fight.
Yeah.
I can't see them just giving her 15 million and then
you got to give Claressa 10 or 5 or whatever.
If you were to tell me Netflix would pay 15 million for that fight, I don't think it's crazy to say that because 15 million divided by 2, whatever, 7 million a piece. That's pretty much what I think. How much did Katie Taylor and Marina Serrano get? I heard they got some decent money for their fight.
That was the biggest women's fight that could be made.
Yeah. I mean, and they had like, 6 million people watching their fight? So, yeah, 15 million total for that fight. Yeah, I could see.
Dude, she's 47.
Yeah, I could see them. I don't know, but the name
no
Ali.
way she wins that fight.
Regardless if she wins or not, though, I'm just saying the name Ali, I think, still means something.
I think so too. Unfortunately, I think so too.
So,
yeah. I don't know, babe. Somebody did point out that maybe one thing Shields could do. I'm not saying she will, but one thing she could do is step away for a couple of years, let some of these girls who, are kind of up and coming and trying to get their, feet under them to try to establish themselves as known fighters. Maybe let them build themselves up and then come back in a couple of years. Because at this point, outside of trying to get a retired fighter in Ali to come back, there's nobody around her division that she could fight. Like, there is no women at 175 pounds that she could legitimately fight at this point.
Let's face it. I mean, she's the best woman boxer I've seen. I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, name anybody in history that gave her nobody. I really don't believe it. She throws a lot of punches, man. And she's aggressive. She throws a lot of punches. It's almost like she adapted the amateur style and just brought it up. Yeah, because she's not knocking anybody out. She's not doing anything crazy. Yeah. But I mean, let's face it, man. I mean, name a better woman now or in history than Shields.
I try to be fair to her, but if you were to just look at accomplishments and just dominating,
it's a no-brainer. Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Look at like dominating opponents.
Yeah.
Now, I myself like Katie Taylor. She's my favorite female boxer of all time. I just like, but she's got a lot of accomplishments.
I like Katie Taylor too. Yeah,
she's got a gold medal, but it's not Claressa Shields' fault that she doesn't have the same level of competition in her divisions that Katie Taylor has in hers. So I don't want to blame her for that, but she does have a good win over Savannah Marshall. That's a good win.
I like to see her fight Iman Khalif. How about that?
Franchon Cruz.
Franchon Cruz.
That was a decent win. She's got some decent wins, but there's never been any big rivalries.
There's no excitement when she fights, though.
Yeah, I don't. And again,
there's no excitement. She doesn't have that Tyson-esque knockout power.
Katie Taylor is more exciting to watch too.
Yeah. You know, if you go to like MMA, you talk about Ronda Rousey or Amanda Nunes or whatever. Those guys got finishing power and stuff like that. She's not that person.
Yeah, Gabriel's a good win too. I'm a huge Katie Taylor fan. I like her a lot as a fighter.
And then just real quick about the Zayas fight. I don't disagree with you guys. I like Zayas as far as like his personality, and the kid has some skills, but the thing that's going to hold him back is the lack of power. Yeah. That's the thing that's going to kill him when he has to fight like the best of any division, is that he can't hurt anybody. Unfortunately, Garcia took his shots last night, and he rarely ever wobbled him or really stunned him.
He didn't blink. He didn't blink.
I mean, moving forward, whoever Top Rank matches him with, it's going to have to be careful matchmaking, to be honest, because with the lack of power, he's going to get beat by guys who can legitimately punch.
He doesn't have an easy road ahead of him now.
It's going to be tough.
He doesn't have an easy road ahead of him.
He doesn't. Yeah, it's going to get more difficult as the competition gets better, and he has to move up in weight eventually, because last night he looked huge. He doesn't look like he's going to be
that's
sticking
another
around
thing.
at 54 much
He
longer.
looked gigantic. He looked
What
gigantic.
about, okay, so the interim champion, you look at it, WBA is obviously Terrence Crawford's a champion. That's not going to hold up. He's fighting Canelo. I believe if he wins or loses, that's his last fight. I think if he wins or loses, it's probably going to be his last fight.
I think you're right, Eric.
So you got the interim there, Yoenis Telez.
He'll fight him next, I bet you. I bet you that's next.
That's the best matchmaking, right? That's the
fight.
best one to do. It's the
That's the
best
next
one to
one.
do. That's a unification right there. Boom.
True, but I think Telez would probably be the favorite. I mean, I think that guy has some solid power.
No,
I think he would definitely be a problem.
He ain't beating Zayas. That guy's not beating Zayas.
Notch, who do you think? Who are you picking with Canelo Crawford? I never got your prediction on that one, or have you decided yet?
I mean, honestly, Beeb, I'm just leaning towards Canelo just because of the fact that you're asking a guy who legitimately never fought above 154 to add on more weight and then do it with no in between fight, no nothing, and and not only that, he's about to be 38 around the time the fight happens.
Listen,
like, there's just too many factors.
There's no wrong answer to that question. You can make arguments for both guys.
There's just too many factors that kind of make me think that, you know, he just kind of he made the wrong decision. If I was on his team, I would have had him fight at least one fight at 160 just to see how he carried the weight and, you know, kind of just get his the rust off of him, because having him sit an entire year at a guy who's about to be 38, that's crazy. Like, you don't let a guy that age just sit on the sidelines, you know, sparring and bulking up. Like, that's not going to replicate what it's going to be like to get hit with smaller gloves and no headgear. So, I don't know. I just think you're asking a lot. And then to be honest, like, his one fight at 154, it just kind of left a lot of questions about how good he really is going to be moving up 2 more weight classes, because he wasn't exactly dominant in that fight. I mean, a lot of people really feel like Matchroom probably gave him the toughest fight he had his entire career. So the fact that now all of a sudden he's going to add, you know, 14 more pounds off of a year layoff, yeah, like that to me is just kind of a recipe for disaster, in my opinion.
There you go.
So,
all right, Notch, we're gonna get running, man. Thank you so much for the call. Yeah. Awesome as usual. All right, let's go to the upcoming fights here. Not a whole lot coming up. Let's see what we got. July 30th. I guess that's a weekday fight. So what is that? Yeah. Wednesday or Thursday? In Japan, Yokohama, Japan. Kenshiro Taraji versus Ricardo Sandoval. 12 rounds for Taraji's WBC and WBA flyweight titles. Antonio Vargas on that card against Daigo Higa. 12 rounds for Vargas's WBA bantamweight title. August 2nd, we have on DAZN, Oscar Duarte versus Kenneth Sims Jr., 12 rounds, junior welterweights. The co-main there is Regis Prograis versus Jojo Diaz, 10 rounds, junior welterweights. Diaz still fighting, huh? It's been a minute, I thought.
It's crazy, right? I thought he was going through some personal problems, but.
Yeah. August 2nd also from Long Beach, California. No TV on this one. No TV on this one as of right now, but I'm sure you'll be able to see it somewhere. Long Beach, California, Jerwin Ancajas versus Ruben Dario Casero, junior featherweights. Gabe Rosado, versus Crispulo.
He came back. He's coming back now too?
Yeah, Ambino, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
8 rounds light heavyweights. Yeah,
Gabe.
What is he doing, man?
Gabe.
What are you doing, brother?
Why, Gabe? You work for you've been doing some good work with DAZN, and you've been doing commentary work. Why, Gabe?
Yeah, he needs to go. He needs to go that route. You know what I mean? He just needs to go that route. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. All right, news and rumors. Josh Taylor says it's over. Following an initial scan, found a tear in the retinal tissue behind Taylor's left eye, but closer examination found there were actually 6 of them. The specialist laid it out pretty plainly. Says continue boxing and you risk going blind. Yeah, that's kind of a no-brainer, no, Beeb?
Yeah. And if you have like tears, but you don't have like, you have like micro tears in the retina.
Yep.
There's really not much you can do. Like if you have a tear, they can laser it. But if you have like little micro tears in the retina, like what do you do with that? There's really no surgery for that. If the tear is not big enough, then there's nothing you can do. Like what are you going to do? Just try to like, stitch the little ones that are,
Well, who's in the UFC, Michael Bisping. You remember Michael Bisping?
Yeah, he's blind in one eye.
He kept fighting. They told him, yeah, it's jacked up. You cannot fight. You'd have to put that's why he had that oil in his eye or whatever.
Yeah.
Every time he fought. What are you doing? Like he just said, I'll go after the fact. But I'm going to keep fighting. It's crazy, man.
This is why when you guys want to throw the Q word around, a word that I've never used in my life when assessing a fight.
Oh, come on now.
I don't want guys to go blind. I don't want guys to have horrible life after boxing, man. It's not what I want. I don't want blood.
It's crazy, man. Yeah.
I don't need to see someone carried out. This is not like the gladiator days where people have to fight to the death. This whole thing about going out on your shield. There's no moral victories in the sport of boxing. If you're getting beat up and you're losing rounds and you can't win,
stop that fight. Stop that fight. It's up to your corner. And I say the corners really should be for that. You know what I mean? The corners should really take more of a initiative on stopping those fights.
Listen, it's a cost.
Your guy cannot win.
It's the cost. It's a cost benefit analysis. Tim Tszyu made a smart decision. I mean, he was losing every round. He's getting hurt. I don't care when people like. There
was some talk. Go ahead.
Ask anyone else. Like, would anyone else take those shots if they had no way of winning? There's no moral victories. Like what? Just so you could say, oh, I'm a tough guy. I went the distance.
Let me ask you a question, and I'll pose it to the chat as well. None of us have world caliber talent. I think that's boxing talent. None of us have world championship boxing talent. However,
live to fight another day. Exactly.
However, if you could be granted your wish and become the world champion, undisputed, whatever weight class you wanted, but the caveat is you take an eye out, you're going to lose that vision in your eye. Do you do it anyway?
Most people would say no.
I don't know. It's interesting, right? An interesting concept. I don't know.
People would say no.
Here's some news, man. We are so excited about this. Beeb and I sent Beeb the video. I think he's excited. I know I was excited.
Oh, this is great. This looks really good.
There's a movie coming out in December of this year or early next year. The movie is called Giant. It is the life story of Naseem Hamed.
Oh, I love it.
And Pierce Brosnan plays Brendan Ingle. So it really details like their relationship, how this came to be, and everything like that. So I'm really looking forward to that. Naz is always, I think he's on everybody's favorite list. I think, everybody loves the way he fought and everything like that. He was just so unorthodox, stuff that you don't ever see he was doing, and you know what? You haven't seen it since. Who was the last guy? Who was the one guy? Ben Whitaker. It was Ben Whitaker, who somewhat fights like that, but not, there's never going to be another guy who fights like Naz, never. So there you go. Joseph Parker and Alexander Usyk has been ordered by the WBO, Beeb. I mean, it's to be expected. I think that'll be his next fight. If he keeps fighting, that'll be his next fight.
You think he takes that fight? You think he takes that fight?
I don't know. I don't think. But then
I like Parker.
But who does he fight again? Does he fight Joshua? No. Does he fight Fury? Why?
Yeah.
Again, you got 2 wins over each one of those dudes. Yeah. Parker deserves the shot. Don't get me wrong. Parker deserves the shot. I'm just not excited about that fight.
Yeah, I'm not excited about that fight either.
This is crazy. Speaking about a fight nobody's excited about, the WBA, in their infinite wisdom, has ordered Kubrat Pulev and Michael Hunter again. I didn't even know these dudes were still active. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I didn't think Pulev was going to continue fighting.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not excited about it though. And finally, there's been a revision. They're actually in Congress working on it. And this is Riyadh season. Dana White, that whole what do they call it? Zuffa boxing or whatever it's going to be called. TKO boxing now, or whatever it's going to be called. I don't know.
Yeah.
So this is beautiful. So they're going to do a revision to the Ali Act. Let me explain a little bit to you here. It says the proposed the bill would add multiple provisions to Professional Boxing Safety Act of 1996 and allow the creation of the UBO, the Unified Boxing Organizations, as an alternative to the sanctioning bodies that currently oversee boxing. The proposed UBO system would call for a national minimum compensation of $150 per round for professional boxers, as well as greater health insurance minimums and anti-doping programs. Currently, any minimums in those various areas are either non-existent or set by individual states. One such UBO could include Zuffa Boxing. In March, Turki Al-Sheikh, chairman of the Riyadh season, announced the creation of a new boxing venture and associated with TKO Group Holdings. The company is led, of course, by UFC Dana White, and the first fight would be Crawford and Alvarez. So there's been people like this, and some people don't like it. If you go to Boxing Scene, they've got an article on there on why it's really bad. I don't know, but I'll be honest with you. I mean, I think it needs to go this way because you see what the UFC does, and always the best fighting the best, right? There's no nonsense. It's always. There's been very few. If we didn't see a fight in the UFC, it's because the fighters didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? Because one fighter didn't want to do it. John Jones did not want to fight Francis Ngannou. We didn't see that fight. You know what I mean? That's it. You know.
Here's the problem with the criticism. Nothing is being taken away. There's just things that have been added. Yeah. So they're giving the fighters didn't have any minimum that they were getting paid. So some fighters were getting paid
$500.
Getting paid.
We see, Beeb, and you talk about the payment here for a minute, but we both see, everybody sees Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Crawford going to get 50 million or 100 million, whatever kind of crazy thing they're going to get. Usyk got 75 million or whatever it was, and all these big purses. But the guys underneath them, they don't get nearly that. And I think that's what get a lot. People say boxers make so much money and blah, blah, blah. They don't.
I knew a guy, his name is Franco Diorio. He's from Somerville, Massachusetts. Used to work out at the Somerville Boxing Club. I knew him. Fought Hector Camacho on USA Tuesday Night Fights. Got $500 for that fight.
On USA?
10-rounder. Right?
Yeah.
10-rounder. Tuesday Night Fights.
500.
So don't fucking tell me, all you virtue signalers, that you care about fighters, because when you see something like this where they're saying you have to pay fighters a certain amount of money. Now you could argue, okay, $150 per round, it's not a lot of money, whatever. It's 3 minutes of work, $150.
Better, I'll tell you what, it's better than the alternative.
It's better than the alternative. So when you talk about, they're going to monopolize. No, why? The sanctioning bodies aren't going away. Right? So it's just because you're adding, it's hypocrisy to me, because you guys don't have any problem having the WBA, the WBO, the IBF, the WBC, the IBO, the IBA, the WBF. You have 7 sanctioning bodies. Mm-hmm. Now you're going to cry because there's paid. Now you're going to cry because there's an 8th. Really? You didn't care about the other fucking 7, but now you're going to cry because there's an 8? There's no barrier to entry, bro. Anyone can have an organization if they want.
My guess is what they're trying to do is trying to make an organization. You know what I'm saying? So they got these rules in there, like a Riyadh season or whatever. They'll have the rules in there. Everything will be intact. If you're going to fight for us, you're going to fight under these type of rules.
But what rights are being taken away from fighters? What
that
rights?
I couldn't tell you. That I don't know.
This is an amendment. These things were additions to the bill.
And hey, if you don't like them, don't fight in the organization.
You don't have to fight in the organization.
That's simple.
You don't have to fight in the organization. You could still fight. You don't have to be in TKO boxing if you don't want to be. No one's
UFC,
no one's you.
UFC's not a monopoly. They've got others. There's others out there. They had Bellator for a while. They had this. They had that.
They have PFL. There's no
PFL,
barrier.
Right. What about PFL? Yeah.
There's no barrier to entry. So if fighters don't like it, they don't have to join it. They don't have to be a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
The 150, Gavin's Ghost said how much the 150 is just a whatchamacallit, like a set of, it's 150 per round, but that's just the minimum you can get paid.
That's the minimum. That means
the minimum.
Sure, you can get paid more than that, but they have to pay you at least 150 a round.
Right.
And I've been in the Somerville Boxing Club. I've known a lot of the fighters. I've seen what they made for fights. I've seen how much they had to give up of their. I've seen that they had no protection, no insurance, nothing. Now,
like, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Don't tell me that all of a sudden this is going to be bad when the alternative was a fucking 1,000 times worse.
Yeah, I would go along with that. I mean,
don't tell me.
You got a handful of fighters making great money here. A handful.
Mm-hmm.
One or two making Floyd Mayweather Canelo type money. Everybody else is not getting this, guys. What do you think at 2300 Arena, that one, who's that one broad promoter that we had on here that was doing that one show over at 2300 Arena in Pennsylvania? She had, those guys weren't getting paid 150 a round. I'm going to tell you that right now.
And again, that's the minimum, where before there was no minimum. They could have paid you 20 a round if they wanted to, if you were on a local show. Again, I've seen guys make 200 a fight, 400 a fight.
How many times have we seen, like, you see this with famous people all the time. Everybody thinks because you're on TV that you got a big mansion at home, that you're driving around in a Benz, everything like that.
Yeah,
and it's not the case, man.
Raging Babe was the one we had on there.
Yeah. That was it.
Yeah.
So like I said, man, so anybody on her card get paid? They weren't making that much money.
No.
I know for a fact they weren't making that much money.
Yeah. So the fact that they're allowing more competition in the sport, it's not a bad thing.
No, it's the best thing, actually.
It's not a bad thing.
Competition always gets things better.
I'm a capitalist. I don't believe in barrier. I don't believe in barrier to entry. I believe everyone should have an opportunity. And if TKO wants to come in, let them come in. If you don't like them, don't watch the fights. If you're a fighter and you don't think that they're honorable, or you don't think that they're fair brokers, then you don't deal with them.
That's it. And who doesn't want to see the Canelo Crawford fight? Come on, it's a good fight.
So it is what it is.
There it is.
So the fact that you have a minimum, just like the minimum, we have a minimum wage. It's like $7.75, which is horrible, but at least it's better than nothing.
Yeah, I mean, but again, man, what are those? You talk about the small stores and everything like that. They can't pay $15 an hour. Just is.
That's right.
All right, guys, that'll do it for this edition of Ringside Reporter. As always, you can catch Joe Habib on X at jhabib1. Find our YouTube channel at ringsidereporter.com. And you can find me on X at ringside73. And guys, we will see you next week.